Hello. I know that these have been really anxious times, and I know that we've been getting inundated with calls and emails from clients and prospective clients. So I thought that this might help calm some of those things down and provide some sense of normalcy for people in understanding what happens now that these schools are closed after spring break. We do need to work together to make sure our children are as stable as possible during what are considered very destabilizing times for them. I want to make the caveat that none of this is intended to replace sitting across the desk from an attorney who specializes in family law. But I know that offices are closed, I know that attorneys are hard to find these days, and I know with the courthouses being closed, people's level of anxiety is really high. So I'm hoping I can answer and help you with some of those questions. So now if you have a standard possession order, like most of us have, you have an order that reads something like this. In even numbered years, like this one, the non-custodial parent will have possession beginning at 6 p.m. on the day the child is dismissed from school for the school's spring vacation and ending at 6 p.m. on the day before school resumes after that vacation. Now, some of you may have very different orders. You may have orders that are very specific and very particular to you and your family and those needs. Some of you may have picking up from school on the last day of school. Some of you may have returning to school after the last day of vacation. So I urge you, you need to look at that portion of your order and decree very carefully when you make these decisions. So now we've heard about schools being closed for several weeks, possibly till at least April 6th. Now this may go on even longer, and I know that the information is changing daily. What does this mean for you though? It means that school closures do not extend your spring break, period. It does not change the original return date based on your school's calendar. These school closures are not vacation days. They're not an extension of a vacation. These are emergency school closures. So spring break will end when it was supposed to before COVID-19. So there is also a little bit of the portion at the end of your standard possession order that a lot of people don't look at and a lot of people don't notice. And what it says is, it is ordered that the custodial parent shall have possession of the child at all times not specifically set aside for that parent and is set out elsewhere in this order. What that means is, as a non-custodial parent, there are delineated and very specific periods of possession that you get with your child. If it is not one of those designated holiday, weekend, Thursday, vacation provisions, then the custodial parent is given all other time. And that's why this is really important, why that kicks in now for those of us who are sitting in this limbo and really wondering what's going to happen. I know it's a really convoluted sentence, but I'm hoping that together with you and your ex, you can work together to make what may be even a permanent closing work best for your child. So what this means for you as a non-custodial parent is you need to return that child like you were supposed to. What that means for you as a custodial parent, you get your child when you were originally supposed to. Now, beyond following your court order, I am asking parents to really try and think about their child during this. I know my children are following this on social media. I know we see postings on Instagram, on TikTok, on whatever things your children may be on their electronic devices. For a child to go away for 1 week and then stay away indefinitely because a non-custodial parent has now decided to keep that child could have a long-lasting impact on this child. It may or may not be in their best interest, but I can assure you that disrupting what they expect is generally not in a child's best interest. So my office will be open remotely during this time. We will be scheduling telephonic, video, email conferences or consultations if you need. If there's an emergency and your child has been withheld from you, we will be able to have access to the courts on a limited basis in order to seek relief. So I know that has been a big anxiety-provoking issue for a lot of parents out there. So I'm here with my children till at least April 6th. I urge everyone to follow the CDC's recommendation on social isolation. I know this is particularly hard for our children. Trust me, it's day 3 and my kids are already going up the wall. But use this opportunity to maybe take some time off from our electronic devices. We're learning how to knit, do some needlepoint, and soon I'll be able to play you a couple of songs on my ukulele. And so this is a chance for us to reconnect and be with our families. I'm asking you all to stay calm, be kind to each other, and we're here if you need us. Thank you.